राधा माधव जी की जय, राधा गिरिधारी की, जगन्नाथ स्वामी की जय, गौनिताय की, श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय, निताय गौ प्रेमानंदी, हरि हरि बोल. Hare Krishna, thank you very much for inviting us to a very beautiful temple. Is it new? Huh?
New Varshan. Varshan.
New Varshan. Is it new temple? How long has the temple been here?
13 years.
Oh, 13. That's brand new. Questions by Vidura. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Anunam, of course, Nirpanam, of the kings, three, Mada Utpatanam, going astray out of false pride, Mahim, earth, Muhu, constantly, Shalayatam, agitating, Chambubhi, by movement of soldiers, Badhat, from the act of killing, Prapanna, surrendered, Arti Saya, willing to relieve the distress of the sufferers. Ishaha, the Lord, Api, in spite of. Upayakshata, weighted. Agam, offenses. Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord. Kurunam, of the Kurus. Should have chanted first. Shloka. We should have chanted the shloka first. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Nunam nirpanam tri madhot patanam mahim mushalatam chamubhi Vadhat prapanarti jihirsha yesho Hapi upaikashatkam bhagavan karunam Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Bhajaranaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Despite his being the Lord and being always willing to relieve the distress of the sufferers, he, Krishna, refrained from killing the Kurus, although they committed all sorts of sins, and although he saw other kings constantly agitating the earth by their strong military movements carried out under the direction of the three kinds of false pride. Please repeat. Despite he is being the Lord and always being willing to relieve the distress of the sufferers, he, Krishna, refrained from killing the Kurus, although they committed all sorts of sins, And although he saw other kings constantly agitating the earth by their strong military movements, carried out under the dictation of three kinds of false pride. Purport. As declared in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord appears in the mortal world to execute his much-needed mission of killing the miscreants and giving protection to the suffering faithful. In spite of that mission, Lord Krishna tolerated the insult of Draupadi by the Kurus and the injustice perpetuated against the Pandavas, as well as insults to himself. The question may be raised, why did he tolerate such injustices and insults in his presence? Why did he not chastise the Kurus immediately? When Draupadi was insulted in the assembly of the Kurus by their attempt to see her naked in the presence of all, Lord Krishna protected Draupadi by supplying unlimited lengths of clothing. But he did not chastise the insulting party immediately. This silence did not mean that the Lord, however, the silence of the Lord did not mean, however, that he executed the offense of the Kurus. There were many other kings on the earth who had become very proud of the three kinds of possession: wealth, education, and followers. And they were constantly agitating the earth by the movements of military strength. But the Lord was just waiting to get them together on the battlefield of Kurukshetra and kill them all at one time, just to make a shortcut in his killing mission. Godless kings or heads of state, then puffed up by the advancement of material wealth, education, and increase of population, always make a show of military strength and give trouble to the innocent. When Lord Krishna was personally present, there were many such kings all over the world, and he arranged for a battle of Kurukshetra in his manifestation of Vishwarupa. The Lord, in his manifestation of Vishwarupa, the Lord expressed his mission of killing as follows: I have willingly descended on the earth in my capacity of inexplorable time in order to decrease the unwanted population. I shall finish all of those who have assembled here, except you, the Pandavas. This killing does not wait for you to take part in it. It is already arranged. All will be killed by me. If you want to become famous as a hero in the battlefield and thus enjoy the booty of war, then, O Sabyasachi, just become an instrument. Just become the immediate cause of this killing and thus take the credit. I have already killed the great warriors, Bhishma, Drona, Jayadratha, Karna, and many other great generals. Do not worry. Fight the battle and be famous as a great hero. The Lord always wants to see his devotees as the hero of some episode which he himself performs. He wanted to see the devotees. He wanted to see his devotee and friend Arjun, the hero of the battle of Kurukshetra, and thus he waited for all the miscreants of the world to assemble. That and nothing else is the explanation of his waiting. Om Agyantimirandasya Janan Shalakaya Jakshuran Militanjina Tasmai Shri Gurvi Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. So here is describing some of the activities of the Lord, how He's appearing, why He appears, the activities He performs. They're all wonderful. Nobody can estimate them. Here the question is raised, why didn't He kill the miscreants immediately? No, everything was being done in His own time, because He is time. It was all arranged that everybody will be killed. But Krishna does things in His own time. So we may not be able to understand the plans of the Lord. But whatever the Lord reveals, that much we can understand, not more. So Krishna comes actually into this material world to put an end to speculation. What is God? Who is God? God is light, God is whatever. So Krishna comes and says, here I am. Here's my flute, here's my peacock feather, here's my dhoti, here's my Govardhan, here's my Jamuna. You don't have to speculate anymore. Here are my wonderful pastimes. Giridhari ki jai. I show the Vishwarup. So nobody has equaled Krishna in the history of the world in his astonishing pastimes. Beginning from his childhood, he didn't have to wait to grow up and become a yogi and attain many siddhis before he, from very beginning to birth, even when his eyes were just coming open, he just killed that big Rakshashi, Putana. When he was 7 years old, Giridhari lifted the mountain on his little fingers. Then here at Kurukshetra, he showed Arjuna the Vishwarup. So Prabhupada said, this is the test. Okay, you may claim to be God or something. Okay, you please show us your Vishwarupa, then we can. So nobody could equal Krishna. At the end of his pastime, married 16,000 queens, 16,000 palaces, such opulences. That's never been seen before. So Krishna comes to put an end to speculation. You don't worry about what is God, who is God. Here I am, here are my activities. Just hear and chant with my devotees about the different glories of the Lord. My janma karma chami devyam, that one who knows why I appear here, my activities here, how I disappear also. He doesn't have to take birth again, Arjuna. He comes back home, back to Godhead. So this is why Krishna is coming, mainly for his devotees. Prabhupada said he's waiting to time for everyone to come together so he can kill them all together. But he doesn't have to do that. But he did it. So it just happens that the world war was created, and it just happened, everybody was involved, and it just so happens that 640 million people were on that battlefield, and they're all wiped out by Krishna in 28 days. They're all finished. So in the history of the world, there's never been such great amounts of people killed. Even in a short time, even we have nuclear weapons still. They don't compare with Krishna. They didn't kill 640 million people. But Krishna arranged it that they did. So in the history of the world, there's been two great battles, two great world wars. That was the Mahabharata and the Ramayana. And the hero of both of them was a Vaishnava. Arjuna was a hero of Krishna saying, you fight, you become the hero, you'll get the credit, you'll be. And the hero of the Ramayana was Hanumanji. They're both great Vaishnavas, so that's the history. the greatest wars, the hero became a Vaishnava. So Krishna comes to establish religion. When there is irreligion, I come and establish religion. Oh, this is his mission. How he does it, he does it in his own way, in his own time. Some incarnations are killing, some are not. The Buddha incarnation is no killing. So, Prabhupada said that Krishna could kill everyone just by giving a strong wind, like just a little puff of Krishna. He could annihilate all of the armies. He doesn't. But he makes a pastime out of it. Involves all of the different demigods. All of the everyone was involved in that Kurukshetra battle. So. Yeah, so by performing all these activities, and there are so many different pastimes that come out of that we can, even today, now 5,000 years later, we're discussing in all these wonderful pastimes. How Draupadi was being insulted, and when she saw Krishna, she said, next time she said, why did you keep me in that position? I was going to be eternally embarrassed at that situation. Why did you wait so long? Because in the beginning she was trying to hold on to her clothing, and she was calling Krishna, Krishna. Why did you wait so long? And Krishna said, no, why did you hesitate? Why didn't you call me quickly? You were holding on your cloth, you wasn't calling me. I was actually running as soon as you called me. I came running, and I was still puffing when I... So, Draupadi also, when Bhishmadev, he was lying on the bed of arrows, and she went to see with Krishna, and Bhishmadev was talking to Yudhisthira, giving him very good instructions, moral instructions, and Dharma Shastra, because now he was the king of the world. He had to govern the people, so Bhishmadev was giving him different instructions according to Dharma Shastra. And Draupadi was there, and she was smiling. It's okay, you're talking Dharma, 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 but where were you when I was being derobed? You were pulling off my clothing. Now you're speaking Dharma, 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 but where were you? Why didn't you protect me and save me? Say something at that time. You also remained silent. And Bhishmadev said, well, now I'm speaking Dharma, I'm teaching you to do this here. He said, that's okay, because previously by fate, I joined the party of the Kauravas. I didn't join the party of the Pandavas, although they were so dear to me. But by Krishna's arrangement, somehow or another, I joined the opposite party, the Kauravas, and therefore I was staying with the Kauravas as Grandfather Bhishma, and I was eating the foodstuffs, all the grains cooked by the Kauravas. And because of that, taking all those grains, I was, what's the word? Something like because I was eating all the grains, and my body, my blood became made of the food grains, and they were sinful because they were not abiding by Krishna's order. So I was eating all that sinful food. So therefore, I didn't say anything at your derobing. But now, with all these arrows in all the blood's drained out, also all that sinful blood got drained away. Now that's why now I'm speaking Dharma to King Yudhisthira. So Kurukshetra is also there in Sridham Mayapur, just before Gauranga Shwetu, the bridge over the Jalangi, the Ganga. That area there is just before you get to the bridge. It's called Kurukshetra. There's no killing goes on. In Gauranga's pastimes, there's no killing. Everybody gets love of Godhead. So, in Janudvipa, one of the islands in Navadvip, Janu Muni is living there. Janu Muni is the grandfather of Bhishma Dev. Because Janu Muni, he drank Ganga Devi. When she was coming down, Maharaj Bhagirati was bringing Ganga Devi to this material world to deliver his forefathers. And Ganga was coming with all the crocodiles and snakes and timingala fish, and she was very frivolous, here and there, gushing down. And Janamuni was doing his meditation. He had his Archman cup there, and his Archman cup got washed away by Ganga Devi. So he was disturbing my meditation, so he sucked up the Ganga in one gulp, and so then Bhagirati Maharaj, he's waiting and says, oh, Ganga's not coming, there's no sound, there's nothing. So he retraced his steps, and then he saw Janamuni was sitting in meditation, so he pleaded with him that please release the Ganga so she can come. Also, in different reasons, Ganga comes, she said that I wanted, his Gaur Purnima coming soon. The appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I want to be here to observe the Gaur Purnima, so you wait a little while, and I want to attend Gaur Purnima festival. And after that, I'll come. So then he released Ganga. After that, he released Ganga from his thighs. So Janu, it's called Janu. So Janu Muni. Ganga came from his thighs. So he's considered the father of Ganga Devi because she came from him. And Ganga Devi is the mother of Bhishma Dev. So Bhishma Deva is, what's the relationship with Janamuni? He is the father of Ganga, and so he's uncle, yeah? He must be uncle Bhishma Deva. Yeah. So, now here at Kurukshetra, Bhishma Deva is lying on the bed of arrows, and Krishna, some say he's waiting for the sun to take the southern hemisphere when the sun is moving from winter and summer. So if he moves to the light fortnight, the summer 6 months, the light fortnight is very good for leaving the body. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, these light months of and the light fortnight and the light months. Expert yogis, they leave their body then because then they go back to Godhead. All the gates are open. So many places it's written that this is what Bhishma Dev was waiting for, because he had a benediction that he can die whenever he wants to. He didn't have to die by the arrows or anything like that. He could die whenever he wanted to. So he was waiting there, and some of the explanations say he was waiting for the sun to make his southern course, the light course. But the Vaishnavas understand that. No, he was waiting for Krishna to appear. He was waiting. So Krishna came after some time with the Pandavas and gave him his darshan. Then, during that darshan, then he could actually leave his body holding the feet of Krishna and gazing into the face of Krishna. Such a great soul. One or two people had that opportunity, like Haridas Thakur, Bhishma Dev. They could actually gaze directly into the face of the Lord when they were leaving their body. So and also, you know that picture, a very common picture, Bhishma is lying down and there's all those arrows sticking through him. Prabhupada said it wasn't exactly like that, because Vaishnavas, they don't like to see that, Bhakta Bhishma Devi. So Prabhupada said that what it was, he was laying on a Kshatriya's bed, because the great heroes, great Kshatriyas. Then they make a bed for him with arrows. They fire the arrows into the hundreds of arrows. So it's flat. It's not that they go halfway through him and halfway sticking out. It wasn't like that. They made a bed by firing the arrows in the ground. Feathered bed. You know, the arrows have feathers. Everything is original in the spiritual. We have a feathered bed sometimes. They used to be feathered bed. I don't know, they make them so much now. They used to make feathered bed, down beds and things. Nice and soft. But that's the origin. That was Bhishma Dev's bed of arrows was a feathered bed. So, yeah, Prabhupada said, it was like, then they lay the Kshatriya, the great warrior, the hero, they lay him on top of that. So that's his Kshatriya bed, then he goes back to Godhead. There's a planet, Prabhupada said, called Parthasrati Loka, where those who have a chivalrous mood, Kshatriya spirit, they can go to that planet where everybody has that same mood. That I don't know what they do. They maybe ride around on chariots, boasting and showing their prowess in different ways. But in relation to Krishna, Krishna feels everyone's desire. So Bhishma Dev, his desire was he wanted to see his Lord before him, as he saw when he was fighting against with Arjuna. Then Krishna was driving the chariot, so Bhishma Dev, he had that was his vision. He saw Krishna as a Kshatriya, or he had taken up the reins of Arjuna. And so this was the Krishna that Bhishma Dev loved, to see that heroic Krishna. And so this was the Krishna he saw when he was leaving his body. He wanted to see that Krishna who, it was great, the great Kshatriya, the great chivalrous rasa they were having like that. When Arjuna was being killed by Bhishma, actually he was on the point of death, because Bhishma Dev was so many arrows, and every time Arjuna went to get an arrow, Bhishma Dev would get a new bow, he would break a new bow. Arjuna couldn't move. He was so ferocious in fighting that, you know, at every moment Arjuna tried to do something, he was just in there, boom, boom. And Krishna was saying, my friend Arjuna, he's going to die at any moment. He has the Bhishma, he picked up that chariot, really run towards Bhishma Dev. Bhishma said, oh, here is my lovable Lord. This is how I like to see him. You've got to be angry when you're fighting. He's in the angry mood. He's rushing towards me with the broken chariot wheel to save Arjuna. He thought Arjuna was going to die. Broke his promises, everything. He forgot everything to protect his devotee. This Bhagavatam describes he rushed towards Bhishma. He had his chariot, flew off. Didn't even notice it. He's a Supreme Personality of Godhead. But he didn't notice because of his... But Bhishma Dev was seeing the detail, you know. Death was coming towards him, and what's the same small detail like that? He didn't see death, he saw his lovable object like that. But Krishna, he forgot everything. He completely lost it. He broke all of his promises, picked up this chariot wheel, went rushing. Big speaker, Arjuna, Krishna, you know, one should say equipoised in fame, and one should be tolerant. Big speaker. Look at him now, you know. he forgot all those big words. Rushing to Bhishma. And Bhishma Dev, here is my worship. Come on, kill me. Okay. So he just surrendered completely to Krishna. So anyway. So when Krishna came to see Bhishma Dev, He whispered something in Bhishmadeva's ear, and it is revealed in the Navadip Mahatmya of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that Krishna, when Krishna came to see Bhishmadev, and he spoke to him something very confidential, and he said, because when you were a young man, you came to see me, you came to see your uncle, Janu Muni. And Janu Muni lives in Janudweep, which is in Sridham Mayapur, Navadweep. So Bhishmadeva came to see that his uncle, just for a visit, his uncle, relative. He doesn't say he was on any sacred mission, but seems like a materialistic family attachment or something. Going to see your uncle and visit your uncle in Navadweep. And but Krishna told him, he said, simply because you visited that place is so dear to me, that Navadvip Dham is, and I'll appear there in the Kali Yuga in golden form, and then I'm going to distribute my love for Krishna freely to everyone. It's so dear abode of mine. Simply because you came here with the intention of seeing your uncle, not to get love of God or anything like that. Simply because you came here, and when you leave your body, he said you will get the body to go to that planet Parthasarati, where all the Kshatriyas go. Everyone has a Shiva's Ras, so you'll get the body to attend it. And simultaneously, you will have a body to serve Gauranga, my form of Gauranga in Navadvip. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, when he's making the Prikram, he actually, Bhishmadev, he reveals himself to Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Blackish color, like Krishna's body. Srup Siddhi, he's got the same bodily color as Krishna. But here he's 12 tilaks, chandan, kuntimala, japamala. And Bhakta Bhishma, he stays in Navadvip, chanting the glories of Gauranga and the holy name. So this is Krishna. Now, because you have, just simply because you visit Navadvip, when you leave your body, now you're going to leave your body of Kurukshetra. Simultaneously, you get a body in Navadvip and a body in the planet of Parthasarati. So this is the benefit of the devotees. They can get to worship Gauranga, and because Gauranga is giving Braja Prema, so by worshipping Gauranga, they get an opportunity to understand what is Braja Prema. And this is primarily the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who has come to give Braja Prema. He's come to taste it himself and distribute. So this is his main mission. This is his selfish mission. When Krishna is selfish, he's supremely selfish. So he wanted to understand what devotees, how much love the devotees have, what is their experience, how much do they love him, like Krishna couldn't experience. So therefore Navadvip was created for this purpose. What couldn't be realized in Vrindavan, that became Navadvip. So Mahaprabhu could experience what his devotees are experiencing, specifically his greatest devotee, Srimati Radharani. So that was his selfish motivation. He came to relish and simultaneously give everyone else an opportunity to also relish. So he says, I will come in Kali Yuga with all my different incarnations, my different devotees, my different weapons. We will all perform the Harinam Sankirtan, and by this process we will smash the poisonous fangs of Kali and establish. So this is Gauranga's mission. To give all the different avatars and all the different sampradayas a taste of Braja Prema. So this is a very rare incarnation. Krishna comes once in the 28th millennium, and once in the day of Brahma, very rare occasion, that he gives that Brajaprem, but it's not every Kali Yuga he will give that Brajaprem, but he gives love of Godhead whenever he comes. But Brajaprem is special, that only when he personally comes himself. And all the other times Krishna comes, he comes through the agency of Kiradakshai Vishnu. Like all the incarnations when they come in the material world, they come through the agency of Kiradakshai Vishnu. But on the 28th millennium, in that day of Brahma, once in a day of Brahma, then the original Krishna comes. He doesn't come through Kiradakshai Vishnu, he comes directly because he's the avatari, he's the source of all avatars. So and in that incarnation, then he gives Braja Bhakti, Braja Prem. So those who worship Gauranga, they get this, they get double opportunity. He's come to present worship of Radha and Krishna. So, so the devotees of Krishna, they worship Krishna, they go back to Krishna. The devotees of Gauranga, they worship Gauranga, they go back to Navadvip. The worshippers of Krishna, Radha Krishna, through Gauranga, they go simultaneously, they get a place in Braja and they get a simultaneously place in Navadvip. But that's the benefit for being a Gauranga Bhakta. You get both pastimes. So here see the Lord performing these pastimes, all these wonderful different activities, and now we have something to hear about. Now we have something to chant about. You've got Mahabharata, so many. I haven't even read it myself, all of it, a little bit. So much information there. The pastimes of Lord Ramchandra, the pastimes of Krishna in the Ramayana, Mahabharata. So this is why Krishna is coming. He's coming to reveal his pastimes, because unless he reveals, you cannot know. We can only know how much Krishna reveals. Just like in the Bhagavad Gita, I am this, that much we can know. More we cannot know. Only when Krishna wants to reveal. So, what time is supposed to finish? 8:30. 8:30. So here. So Krishna is coming here to relieve the burden of the earth. So in Krishna's pastimes, it's okay. When Krishna were going to Mathura, he went to Mathura city with Balaram and the cowboy friends. When they were walking through Mathura city, and they saw the washerman, and they asked for some clothing, which was meant for Kamsa. So Krishna cut his head off with his hand, and anyways, this is Krishna. He's just strolling through the streets of Mathura, completely carefree, completely careless of the law and order of King Kamsa, who's been trying to kill him for such a long time. Just showing his complete independence, his complete freedom. Who can cut someone's head off with his hand? Nobody can do that. But Krishna, just to show, killing the elephant, Kuvalyapit, a huge elephant. These are all just in a couple of hours in one day of Krishna. And every day Krishna killed demons, or 2 demons. 1 or 2 at least every day, And this is Krishna's daily pastime. This is part of his sadhana, to kill different demons. And just to show that he's That he is actually the law, and he's the giver of the law. He can break the law, he can make the law. And nobody can say anything. Whatever Krishna does, that's completely lawful. It's one of the qualities of Krishna, explained in the end of the 10th canto by Shukadeva Goswami. Whatever Krishna desires is lawful and cannot be violated. So then they met Kubja. Kubja was the hunchback young girl, and Krishna made her straight. And he put his feet on her feet, and then he lifted her, pulled her up straight. She was a hunchback young girl. And she became very, very beautiful and attracted to Krishna. But Krishna, when he addressed her as, "Oh, Bhumi Devi, Mother Earth," Mother Earth. So she was described by the acharyas that Bhumi Devi was an incarnation of Kubja was an incarnation of Bhumi Devi, Mother Earth, Prithivi. Actually, expansion of Satyabhama. Satyabhama expands as Prithivi, and Prithivi becomes Bhumi Devi, or the earth planet. So Krishna says, he addressed her as, "Oh, Mother Earth, Kubja, I have come, my mission is to relieve the burden of the earth. And you are earth personified, you are Bhumi Devi personified. So therefore you have a burden," because she was bent over like that, she had a hunchback. So she had a burden on her back. So Krishna said, "Well, my mission is to relieve the burden of the earth, and you are earth personified. So therefore I'll remove your burden." So Krishna made her straight again. She lost the burden of her from her back. So this is Krishna's greatness and kindness. He can do anything and everything. Relieve the burden. That's why when Bhaumashura, in that battle with Bhaumashura, Bhaumashura was actually the son of Mother Earth. But because of bad association, he became an Ashura. Bhaumashura. Because this was it, yeah. So in his pastime of Varahadev, when he lifted the world from the Garbha ocean, yeah. So these are all of Krishna's pastimes are wonderful. They're beyond our comprehension. They're all inconceivable, and all fantastic. And people say that, yeah, how we can believe this all super fantastic stuff? It's all inconceivable. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said, of course it's inconceivable. If it was conceivable, what's the use of being God? If everything, it wasn't inconceivable, then what's the use of being God? God means you're going to do something special that's inconceivable. Otherwise there's no meaning to God if he's not inconceivable. If he's not, well, I do this, the ordinary men do this, and Krishna is doing that. But he does things that are inconceivable, that a common, ordinary man cannot do. So his business to relieve the burden of the earth. So Hiranyaksha, somehow or another, he caused the earth to sink into the Garbha ocean. Down at the bottom of the, where there's water, pond or river. That everything falls in the pond, and old leaves, dead things, animals or something like that. But there's no oxygen there in the water, so everything rots and it gets very bad smell. You get that mud from the middle of the pond or rivers. It's called panka, which means kind of a bad smell. But the panka, the lotus, is also panka. That, from that very bad smell grows a very beautiful. So So now the earth fell into the bottom of the ocean, into that muck, or that stinky punk in the bottom of the Garba ocean. So how are you going to get that out? You know, if you brought a team of intelligent persons to work it out, how we can raise the earth planet from them. They're never going to come to the conclusion that the boar or the pig is the best thing to do this. The pig loves to go where there's all that smelly mud. You've seen them in Vrindavan and another place. They love it. The more. So this is Krishna's inconceivable nature. Who would ever think of doing that? But Krishna thinks of doing it. Or his incarnation as a tortoise. Why he's incarnating the tortoise, then gets the Mandara as a churning pivot, puts on the tortoise, and then the demons and the demigods. Well, now why Krishna did that? Why did he perform that pastime? Because he was having an itching sensation on his back, but he couldn't reach it. You know? Sometimes it's difficult to reach. You need a back scratcher. In the early days, the devotees of New Zealand and Australia used to do back scratches as paraphernalia. And they go up behind someone and they go, "What am I?" What's happening? What am I, a back scratcher for? As paraphernalia. They're paraphernalia. So they have little wooden back scratches. I don't know if they still do it, but I remember in the heyday of Australia and all that, they used to, as paraphernalia. So anyway, you can't reach your back sometimes, so you need a back. So Krishna, he felt a little itching sensation. So this is God. Because of that itching sensation, the whole universe became involved in scratching Krishna's body. All the demons, all the demigods, churning the ocean. Krishna felt a little bit of relief for that. So we cannot estimate. You can't even come close to imagining Krishna's. So he assumed the form of the pig. Lovely stuff. Yeah, all the mud. Smelling. They have a good sense of smell. So he picked up the earth and he saved Mother Earth. At that time he had a very sweet relationship with Bhumi Devi, and as a result of that, Bhaumashwara was born. Result of that connection. So Krishna, he promised that he wouldn't kill the family in the future, but when Krishna had a battle, Bhaumashwara, he stole the earrings of a deity, and anyway, so he went to fight. Krishna went to fight. So he took Satyabhama with him because her expansion is pretty big. Her expansion is Bhumi Devi. Her expansion is Mother Earth. So Satyabhama is the origin of that incarnation of Bhumi Devi, who was the mother of Bhaumashwara. So when Krishna went to fight, he took Satyabhama with her because she was actually the original mother. She's the mother of the incarnations of Mother Earth. So when the fighting was really ferocious, and Krishna arranged it that way that he looked like he was going to be victorious, that the Bhaumashwara were going to come out victorious. So Satyabhama was a bit scared, so Krishna said, "Shall I kill him?" He said, yes, kill him now. So because she gave the instruction, she was the mother, ultimate mother of Bhaumashwara. Because she was a mother, then she could give the instruction for Krishna. Then Krishna killed her, because Krishna said, "I won't kill them, the family, unless the mother says so." So, and that, when he looked like he was going to come victorious, Krishna says, "Shall I kill him?" He said, yes, kill him quickly, kill him quickly. Yeah, so we cannot imagine all these wonderful pastimes of Krishna. When it comes to reason, there was one mentor club in London, and you have to have a very high IQ to belong to this club. And Prabhupada met with them, and they gave a trick question to Prabhupada. They posed a trick question that they said, "Is God so great that He can create a mountain that is so big that even He cannot lift it?" Trick question. Is God so great He can create a mountain so big that He cannot lift it? Then, if He cannot lift it, He's not God. And if He can lift it, then the mountain is too big for Him to lift. He cannot be God. So it's a trick question. Whichever answer Prabhupada will give, they would say, then He cannot be God. So that was their question. Is God so great He can create a mountain that even He cannot lift it? Prabhupada said, yes. They said, then He is not God. Prabhupada said, then He can lift it. He's God, He cannot lift it. He's a small boy, what can He do? How He can lift a mountain? But when it comes to it, yes, He can. This is God. When it comes to it, then He can lift. Yeah, so this is the reason of Krishna's event. So we have something to hear about today. We can chant about and glorify all the different forms, incarnations, pastimes. This is Krishna's greatness. Put an end to speculation. You got all the information that's been given by the previous acharyas. You simply execute the orders with sincerity, that's all. All we need is sincerity to execute the orders of the parampara and the messengers of the different incarnations, especially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Yuga Avatar for Kali Yuga. He has given us all the information. The 6 Goswamis have given us done all the research work. We don't have to do anything. We just have to follow principles, chant Hare Krishna. Sincerely, that's all, and then you get the result. So this is the greatnesses of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna was demanding, Sarvadanam Paridajam, you surrender to me. But he saw not many people could even do that. Even he performed these pastimes and Sarvada, you surrender to me. That was the demand. But many people could not follow that. So when he appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, I'm not going to make any more demands, because especially in Kali Yuga. So therefore just take it here. I'm giving, take freely. Take Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. I'm giving the holy name freely, you simply take it. Namna Amma Bodhika Bhavadan Nivasa. Everything is in the holy name. You don't have to study or research. You just chant the holy names of Krishna. So this is the kindness of the incarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And as a result, we're here today, the beautiful temple of Radha Giridhari, Jagannath, Balaram, Subhadra, Gaunitai, doing their mission, doing their work. We should Adbhut Mandir hoy vi Bikash Koranga Nitya Seva hoy vi Bikash is verse from Chaitanya, from Navadita Mahatmya. Adbhut Mandir means the temple of the Vedic planetarium. We're making a presentation tonight, yeah? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, so we're making that presentation. Adbhut Mandir hoy vi Bikash Gauranga Nitya Seva hoy vi. From this temple, service to Gauranga goes all over the world. This is the prediction. Service to Gauranga. So this is the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's come to give his seva. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha Krishna, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Ayanya. It's very difficult to approach Radha Krishna. you have to be, qualification has to be there, very difficult. But that same Radha Krishna, they become one, they become Gauranga. Then he's given his service. Here, take my service. Specifically Nama Seva, chant the holy names. So he's come to give his seva. But Radha and Krishna are very difficult. One must be highly qualified. But as Radha and Krishna become Chaitanya, then he is the Mahavadhanaya Magna. Here, take my seva, take my seva. So he is giving seva, his service to Krishna. What is so great about service? What does Krishna need? He is Swarat, he is independent, he doesn't need our service actually. But why are we emphasizing he's come to give seva, Gauranga Nitya Seva? We're always emphasizing devotional service. No, and the service is there because by service you can express your love for Krishna. How else can you show your love without service? There has to be that. So the service becomes a medium to express our love for Krishna. So Gauranga is giving this. Here is your seva. Take it, it's free. How you serve Krishna, what is which emotion you serve Krishna. That is up to each individual. The service you're giving, he's giving freely. Here is how you serve Krishna, how much devotion you have. That is up to you, that is up to you, that is to me. Each individual. But he's giving us in other words, service is the medium to express our bhakti. So that Mahaprabhu was given. It's not that, like, please drop it on my head, I want bhakti. We have to serve, we have to work for it. We have to show our... But we don't have to do any research work or anything. That's already been done by the Goswamis and the Parampara. We just have to be sincere in executing whatever service we do for help to expand the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that should be our consciousness. Whatever activity we are doing is this activity expanding the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bahusham. God is one and he becomes many. We are the many. That God is one. So the next question is, why does he become many? And the answer is for his pleasure. It's like the mother and father, they expand themselves as children because without children there's no pleasure in the house. So when the kid's there, so everything is centered around the kids, is always livelier. Brings pleasure to the parents. So similarly, Krishna expands himself into many for pleasure, to experience their devotion, their service, their devotional emotion. This is what Krishna is relishing. So this is the purpose of our existence. We're eternal. We were never created. We're eternal. But our existence, the very essence of our existence, is to expand the pleasure of Krishna. That's why we are here. That's why we are being. That is the whole essence of our being, what we are as eternal servants of the Lord. Is to expand the pleasure. That's our existence, to expand the pleasure of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So we can meditate on that as we're doing it. Is this service we're doing now being done to expand Mahaprabhu's pleasure? So that's the consciousness of the inhabitants of the Dham. If we have that consciousness, then your consciousness is already ready to go back to Godhead, back to Navadvip, Vrindavan. Because we have the proper service attitude that we just want to expand Krishna's pleasure, Radha Krishna's pleasure. This is the whole meditation of Vrindavan, whole meditation of Navadvip. They want to expand Mahaprabhu's pleasure. Okay, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Sri Radha Giridhari, 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 Jagannath Swami ki, Gauranikai ji, Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Hare Krishna, thank you very much for inviting me. Nay.